Most people completely misunderstand this process, and because of that, they assume that starting a company in Rwanda is either too complicated, too unfamiliar, or only suitable for large investors and international organizations. But if you are thinking about registering an LLC in Rwanda, there is something extremely important you need to understand first. Because Rwanda does not actually use the term LLCE in its legal system. Instead, the closest equivalent structure is typically a private limited company, often abbreviated as LTD, which functions in a very similar way to an LLC in the United States. And if you don't understand that before you begin, you can easily confuse requirements, misread official documents, or underestimate how structured and digital the entire system actually is. Now let's begin with a story. A young entrepreneur named Michael from Atlanta had been running an online digital services business. His clients were international, and he had been looking for a stable, emerging market jurisdiction that offered simplicity, digital government systems, and access to African markets. One night, while researching business opportunities in Africa, he kept seeing the same surprising name come up again and again. Rwanda. Not the country he expected. Not the one most people talk about in global business conversations, but one that consistently appeared in reports about ease of doing business, digital governance, and startup-friendly reforms. Michael became curious. So he started digging deeper. What he discovered surprised him. Rwanda has built one of the most efficient digital business registration systems in Africa. In many cases, companies can be registered online through the Rwanda Development Board in a relatively streamlined process compared to traditional bureaucratic systems elsewhere. And that is where most people begin to misunderstand the opportunity. Because Rwanda is not informal. It is not loosely regulated. And it is not a shortcut jurisdiction. It is a highly structured, digitally driven legal environment, designed for efficiency and transparency. But here's where things get interesting. Michael assumed this would be a complicated paperwork-heavy process requiring physical office visits, long delays, and unclear procedures. But when he began researching the Rwanda Development Board, something stood out immediately. Almost everything is centralized. Business registration, investment certification, and company formation are handled through a unified government platform. And that changes everything. Now let's introduce another character. Zara, a freelance software developer from New York, was exploring ways to establish a presence in Africa to serve growing tech markets. She heard Rwanda mentioned in a startup forum and decided to investigate. But like many first-time researchers, she immediately ran into confusion. Some sources talked about minimum capital requirements. Others discussed company categories. Some mentioned investment certificates, while others focused on tax registration. And this is where most people get overwhelmed. Because Rwanda's system is not complicated, but it is structured in layers. And each layer has a purpose. Now here is the first key insight. A private limited company in Rwanda functions as the equivalent of an LLC. It provides limited liability protection, meaning shareholders are generally not personally responsible for company debts beyond their investment. But here is what most people miss. Rwanda has designed its system to attract legitimate, long-term investment and business development, not informal or short-term setups. And that means compliance and clarity matter from the very beginning. Now Michael begins to understand something important. This is not just about forming a company. It is about entering one of Africa's most digitally advanced business ecosystems. And once he understands that, everything becomes clearer. But let's walk through the process step by step, as if Michael is actually going through it. The first step is choosing your company structure. In Rwanda, common structures include private limited companies, public companies, and sole proprietorships. Michael chooses a private limited company because it aligns with his consulting business and provides liability protection. Now comes the next step. Name reservation. At first, this sounds simple. Michael selects a company name that reflects his consulting brand and submits it through the Rwanda Development Board portal. But here's where the system becomes structured. Company names must be unique, compliant with naming rules, and not misleading or identical to existing registered entities. The system performs an automated check. And, within a short time, the name is either approved or rejected. Michael's first choice is flagged as too similar to an existing business. So he modifies it slightly and resubmits. Approved. And this is where he learns something important. Even in highly digital systems, validation still matters. Now comes the next step. Creating the company profile. This is where Rwanda's system begins to stand out. Through the online platform, Michael enters details such as shareholders, directors, business activities, and registered address. And here is where Sarah notices something important. The system is user-friendly, but it requires accuracy, because errors can delay approval or require corrections. Now comes one of the most important parts. Defining shareholding and company structure. In Rwanda, shareholders define ownership percentages, and directors manage operational control. Michael sets himself as the primary shareholder and director. And this step establishes legal responsibility and ownership clarity. Now let's pause here, because this is a key insight. Rwanda's system prioritizes transparency. Ownership, control, and business activity must be clearly defined from the start. Now comes the submission stage. Michael submits the application through the Rwanda Development Board portal. And the review process begins. Now, here is where expectations matter. In many cases, Rwanda's digital system allows relatively fast processing if documentation is complete and accurate. But speed is always dependent on correctness. Michael's application is reviewed smoothly because his information is clear and complete. Zara's application, which includes additional complexity due to consulting activities across multiple countries, takes slightly longer for verification. And this is where both of them learn something important. Efficiency depends on clarity. Now once approved, the company is officially registered. And this is a major milestone, because now the business legally exists in Rwanda. But here's where things shift again. Registration is not the end of the process. It is the beginning of operational setup. Now comes tax registration. In Rwanda, the Rwanda Revenue Authority handles tax identification and compliance. Companies are issued a taxpayer identification number, and depending on revenue and activity, may be required to register for VAT. Michael registers his company and receives his tax identification number. And this makes his business fully recognized for operational activity. Now Sarah realizes something important. Digital government systems do not eliminate compliance. They streamline it. Now let's move to one of the most important stages. Banking. Opening a corporate bank account in Rwanda requires company registration documents, identification, and sometimes proof of business activity or contracts. And here's the key insight most people miss. Banks in Rwanda operate under strict regulatory frameworks designed to support financial stability and prevent misuse. So documentation clarity is critical. Michael prepares a simple explanation of his consulting services and international client base. And that clarity helps him move forward without issues. Zara does the same after organizing her client contracts and business plan. And eventually, both receive approval. And suddenly, their companies are fully operational. But here's where the deeper understanding appears. Registering a company in Rwanda is not about finding shortcuts or loopholes. It is about entering a highly efficient, digitally structured business environment that prioritizes transparency and long-term growth. And that system is designed to support entrepreneurs, not confuse them. But it requires discipline. Annual filings, tax compliance, and reporting obligations are part of maintaining the company. However, these processes are integrated into digital systems that make compliance more manageable than in many traditional jurisdictions. Now, let's bring everything together. Michael started this journey thinking Rwanda might be an unusual or complex jurisdiction for international business. But what he discovered is something very different. Rwanda offers a modern, centralized, and fully digital company registration system through the Rwanda Development Board, with private limited companies serving as the equivalent of LLC structures. Sarah learned that simplicity does not mean lack of structure. It means well-designed systems that require accuracy. And both of them learned something important. Emerging markets are not chaotic when properly structured. They are often more efficient than expected. So, here is the final insight. If you are planning to register a company in Rwanda, the real advantage is not just market access or geographic positioning. It is the ability to operate within one of Africa's most advanced digital business ecosystems. But only if you approach it with preparation, clarity, and understanding of the legal structure. Because the biggest mistake people make is assuming digital systems are automatic. They are not. They are structured. And structure rewards those who understand it. So take this with you. Clarity creates speed. Structure creates stability. And understanding creates opportunity. And now you understand Rwanda company formation far better than most people who approach it without guidance. If you found this guide helpful and want more deep breakdowns of global business setups like this, make sure to subscribe for more clear and practical explanations that simplify international opportunities.